In this tutorial, we will be addressing a slight issue when it comes to modeling curves on softwares, analysis softwares like SAP 2000, ETABS, and stuff like that. So what happens is when you're modeling, let's say, a slab on, excuse me, a slab, what happens is the software, any analysis software, is going to convert it into a mesh and it's going to connect all the nodes to like a single point. And if you've used it, you might have noticed that when you create a slab, you might have noticed like there are like thin, really um, low opacity lines connecting to a single node from the slab. Now, the issue is when it comes to having, let's just try to draw a subtle circle. When you have such a circle, issue is when you're gonna model that, the software doesn't really know where are the definite points. So because there are like, let's say, an infinity amount or an infinite amount of points or nodes on the circle, so it's gonna end up looking messy. So the trick is to convert this shape, and let's say I have like a slab with a curve, right? Like something like this, and there are the columns and etc. But like that's not the scope of the video. What I'm gonna do is if I zoom on this side, there's the curve, right? Or like at least it looks like a curve. What I'm gonna do is if we just change the color, I'm gonna convert it into dots, for example, and then I'm gonna connect these dots using straight lines to give the analysis software a clear idea on what are the vertices, what are the nodes that it should connect together. So if you try to do that on AutoCAD, as we're going to see in a second, it can be kind of time wasting and time consuming process. So I have developed a little software, not software, but a little program that can just automate this process, and we're going to see how it works in a second. Now, if we bring AutoCAD here to just demonstrate, this is our circle, or a semicircle to be more accurate. And now I want to break it into a couple of, segments or line segments. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say divide, and it's going to ask me which object do I want to divide. I'm going to select this one, and it's going to ask me how number of segments. Let's say 10, just to not waste too much time. If I delete this, I hope you can see those little nodes that it created. All it did is creating 10 dots evenly spaced along the perimeter of the circle. So what you're supposed to do is to, keep on connecting these together, and that's not really that's not efficient, right? So let's bring everything back together. Let's make sure that the dots are hidden. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop onto there, and this is the link. We have provided both links for the software. First one is Google Drive, so we're gonna stick with that. Click on it. It's gonna prompt you to the Google Drive. You're just gonna click on download. The procedure is relatively simple if you're any kind of familiar with Google Drive or downloading any files from Google Drive. Might take a second, but it'll eventually get there. And now it's telling you that he can't scan the file for viruses, but don't worry, I'm not gonna hack you, so you can just download anyway. It's 23 megabytes, so it's relatively nothing. Then it's gonna prompt you to the directory you wanna save the downloaded application into. I'm gonna stick with my desktop for now. I'm gonna click on save, and excuse me, as you can see, it's downloaded. If we just close this for now, and if we hop onto our desktop, there you go. There is our software. So if you run the software, it's gonna tell you like this is just a procedure that Microsoft takes because the publisher is unknown. So for it, it's just like an alien kind of software. But again, don't worry, it's clean. I'm not gonna hack you again. And now you're gonna get this little window. What happens is it's asking you, now here, this is the name of the program, this is the contact if you want to send me an email asking about anything, and then it's asking you to select an object. And notice once we get on the AutoCAD, you see the cursor has changed into select objects. So I'm gonna select on my circle, semicircle, whatever, and I'm gonna click on enter. And if I go back to my software, it's gonna ask me to enter the number of divisions. Let's say I'm gonna prompt it not 10 but let's say 50. And I'm going to click on OK. Now what happens is it's printed to me the lines that created. It's rated 50 points and connected all of them within lines. And then it will ask me if I want to do another segmentation or not. I can simply click Y or type Y or yes as a short for it, but whatever. If I click on Y, it's going to go throughout the whole process again. But let's not do this for now. Now I want to see what's going to happen here. Now remember, this was a semicircle, but if I select now, as you can see, it has already subdivided it into nodes, and it has already connected all the nodes together using a line segment, and it has deleted the original circle. So now all you're going to do is just select the whole model, click on join, and now your shape is one polyline with these vertices, these known vertices. So when you take it, export this to let's say SAP 2000, and you want to model the slab on it, it's going to be more accurate because now the SAP 2000 will know which vertices to connect. You might run into some issues. For example, if you're using the line command, right, and you wanted to use the software, let's say yes again. Now it's going to give you this error. An error occurred. Make sure of the following: the AutoCAD is running. We have AutoCAD running. Now, no active commands in AutoCAD. Now, well, I have the line command active already, so it cannot overwrite the command you have. So what you're going to do is click on escape to get to the default, and then click on Y or yes, click on enter, and now it's working again. It's giving you this part again, and you can do the whole process. Another issue is if I don't even have the AutoCAD running. So if we just close this, and I say yes, now you see it doesn't know how to connect to, because it doesn't find the AutoCAD API already. So you make sure the AutoCAD is running, you make sure that there are no active commands in AutoCAD, and no prompt or warning messages shown, which is like, let's say you were editing units, you were editing something, and there is a menu or a sub menu or a sub window inside the AutoCAD. Make sure that's not there. Simply just make sure that nothing except the circle or the curve that you want to subdivide is active, and then you can clearly use the software, which is a lot of time consuming, and time saving rather say. And once you finish, you can click on no, you can just click enter. When it's empty, it's going to say goodbye, wait for 2 seconds, and it's going to terminate. So this is just a quick demonstration on how to use it, and the problems that you might face, but usually you'll get your head wrapped around it. Thank you, and see you in another video.